ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನವ ಭಾರತದ ಶಿಲ್ಪಿಗಳು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಪ್ರಾಯೋಜಕರು ಕೆಡಮ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಮಿಷನ್. ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಿಇಒ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಟು ಗೋವಾ ಒಂದು ರೋಡ್ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಒಂದು 3 ಅವರ್ ಗಾಡಿ ನಡೆಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟಯರ್ಡ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತು. ಗಾಡಿ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಳ್ನೀರು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಎಳ್ನೀರು ಕುಡಿತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜನರನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಕಲ್ಲು ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ರು. ಸಿಇಒ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅಂತ ಫೌಂಡರ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೆಂಗಸ್ ಕೂತಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಒಂದು 50 ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಬಿಸಿಲು ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಕಲ್ಲು ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದರು. ಆಯ್ತಮ್ಮ. ಅವ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಕೂತಿದ್ದ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ವಯಸ್ಸು ಒಂದು 20, ಬೈಸೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಮಸಲ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅವ್ನು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ದ ಕಲ್ಲು. ನೀ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಕಲ್ಲು ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ, ಈ ಊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ಲೇ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೂ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿರೋರು ಒಬ್ಬರು ಕೂತಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಕಿವಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರು. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾನು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರು. ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಹೌದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡೆಯೋ ಕಲ್ಲು 100 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟ್ರ್ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ತಿರೋದು ನನ್ನ ಕಲ್ಲೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಿಗ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಷನ್ ಹೊಂದಿರೋಂಥ 3 ಜನ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮದನ್ ಪಡಕಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಸಿಇಒ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮದನ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ವಿವೇಕ್ ಮಿಶ್ರಾ. ಇವರು ಕೋ-ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಫೈಬ್ರೋ ಹೀಲ್ ವೂಂಡ್ ಕೇರ್ ಅನ್ನೋವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಕೋ-ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗೋಕುಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕೋ-ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಯನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಸ್. ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ. ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಮೋರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಮದನ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಯೂತ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಸ್. ರೈಟ್? ಈಗ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೋ ಕಾಸ್ಮೋಪಾಲಿಟನ್ ಸಿಟೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರೂರಲ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಈ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕಿದೆ?
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಆಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 65-70% ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ರೆಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಜನಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇಸ್, ನನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಸ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 10 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮರ್ತ್ಯ ಸೇನ್ ಅವರು ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ ದಟ್ ಪಾವರ್ಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಕೆಪಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಡಿಪ್ರವೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಡಿಪ್ರವೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೆಪಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಪೂರ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ಇಟ್, ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ಡೆಲ್ಲಿನೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮುಂಬೈ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂತ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿಗಳಿದೆ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಕೇಪಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಡೀಪರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ವಿಲೇಜಸ್, there's nothing there. And that's where we need more things to happen. So ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಡೆಲ್ಡ್ ಹೈ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಇಲ್ದರೆ ಒನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಆಗಲಿ, we are looking at how do you build capability of youth. Now we've taken literally zero educated, illiterate village youth and we have transformed them to be English speaking, computer literate, knowledge professional in less than 6 months. ಒಂದು 25,000 ಜನ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಯಮಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಒಂದು 4-5 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದಾದರೆ, that is, I think, the biggest service that they can do for their village communities.
Absolutely.
So that's what drives me, motivates me, that there's so much of energy, so much of talent, so much of entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
I think it's a huge waste if you're not able to leverage that.
True. You made a very good point. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 60-70% ರೂರಲ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ you said one and capability ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ at one bridge.
Yes.
Excellent. This is very, very noble, right? Vivek, now wound, when we say I have a simple wound, ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಜನ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ವೂಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಕಾಸ್ ಟು ವೆರಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ವೂಂಡ್ ಕೇರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿ ಈಸ್ ಇನೋವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ವೈ ವೂಂಡ್ ಕೇರ್? ವೈ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್?
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸಪ್ನಾ. Point is, wound is often an ignored field, and the cost what someone has to pay after it becomes a complicated or a chronic wound is immense. For example, to diabetic foot ulcers, that may lead to amputation of a leg. And imagine a 40-year-old person sole bread earning person for the family and his legs get amputated, you know, whole family gets devastated.
Right.
Considering those, won't watch one area where I felt that lot of opportunity is there to contribute and make a difference. And that's what, you know, led to digging deeper and led to the birth of FibroHeal. So FibroHeal utilizes the biomaterial property of silk, which is abundant in Karnataka. Karnataka is largest producer of silk with more than 33,000 metric ton.
Excellent.
And that's where we realized that there's a lot of opportunity which exists in the non-textile applications. And our starting material, for example, is cocoons, what is used to make saris and suits.
When
so
you say silk, namgu manasuk barodu bari seere ashte.
Karnataka, yes. The time you say silk, Karnataka comes into our mind. So we leverage the biomaterial property of silk. There are two proteins. We utilize the fibrin protein to heal different types of acute, chronic and post-operative wounds. And that's why, that's what led to the birth of FibroHeal. And in the process, we also get a chance to meet various people who have made a lot of contribution in the company. Example, my co-founder, Mr. Bharat Tandon. We both started the journey together in 2017.
Excellent.
And as we moved forward, Mr. S. Subramaniam, who co-founded Sutures India, also joined on board. And together we have moved forward, and I'm happy to say that, you know, we have treated more than 20,000 patients with the silk protein derived dressing.
Excellent.
So wound is one such area which is often ignored, but it is very important to focus on them to prevent the long-term repercussions which can be prevented if treated early.
ವಿವೇಕ್, ನೀವು ಇವತ್ತು ಹೇಳದೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಲ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶನ ತೆಗೆದು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ವೂಂಡ್ ಕೇರ್ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. You know, that's excellent. ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡೋದಿದೆ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. We'll come back to you in a bit. Gokul, welcome. Minion Labs, that is, you're a co-founder of Minion Labs, and your company is into clean energy, which means you're saying you help industries use energies efficiently, yeah, and also reduce their cost that they spend, right? Just tell us a little bit background. Minion Labs andre ಏನು, ಹೇಗೆ ಶುರು ಆಯಿತು, ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ನಿಮಗೆ?
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. It all started back in 2010. I was a state level hockey player, and I got injured with a minor accident, and that lowered my 10th standard marks. So every parents used to tell this to their child, so focus on your examination or else it will haunt your lifetime. So that exactly happened to me, where the 10th standard mark came haunting me at my undergraduate placements. With all of these on-campus placement drives comes with the eligibility criteria, and they had default 60% where I lacked on that. Because of that, I couldn't able to get secured a good placement or a kind of a job. So after a lot of hustle, I got into myself into Amazon, where the IT arena, after getting into Amazon, the IT arena isn't for me. So I quickly resigned. This is where like not I'm gonna spend my rest of my life. And then I looked into opportunities, and then I came across this interesting problem of energy savings. Energy savings is everyone's personal problem and also a global problem on reducing the carbon footprint and much more around that.
Right.
So I started back in 2016 and 17, and then I didn't even realize that it's going to venture into a company, but fortunately it happened.
Absolutely.
And what we do at Minion Labs is we came up with a AI based IoT solution that can help businesses and consumers to reduce their energy cost up to 30% in any building, be it like commercial or residential or industry. In order to save electricity cost, the person who is in charge should have each and every equipment level energy consumption data.
Right.
Once they have it, then they have the data. They can take actions on whatever the problems and then the solutions that converts into energy savings.
Excellent. Gokul, when entrepreneurs, do innovations and come up with products and services to solve a problem for the society, I think that is the noble foundation you can lay for any company. Yeah, so that's great going on that. Madan, back to you. ಈಗ 2018 ನೀವು ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಅಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್ನ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಗೋಲ್, 10 million entrepreneurs and 50 million jobs create ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. It's just larger than life, you know. Just tell us more about this. How do you plan to achieve this?
Sure. So Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship is all about how do you create a movement of entrepreneurship across the country. ರೈಟ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಟೆಕ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಸೀಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ಡ್.
ಹೌದು.
ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ there are more than 68 million enterprises that employ about 110 million people.
ಹೌದು.
But most of those enterprises are 2-3 people enterprises. So what we believe at GAME, at the Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship, is that jobs and economy will grow when small businesses start growing very fast. Right? ಒಂದು ಟೀ ಅಂಗಡಿನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ
ಹೌದು.
ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಲಾಂಡ್ರಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. If they start building and scaling and employ 5-10 people, right, then it generates jobs, it increases revenues, and of course it grows the economy.
Right.
ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಯಂಗ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಆನ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್?
ರೈಟ್.
ನಮ್ಮ ಗೋಕುಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ, ರೈಟ್, ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಸೆಡ್ ಹೇ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 1 million ಯೂತ್ who enter the workforce. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡೋರು ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ? there is only so much that the corporate sector can absorb.
ನಿಜ.
Right, so if we can create 10 million entrepreneurs over the next 10 years who can grow and can employ 5-10 people each, then we can solve the jobs problem of the country.
Absolutely.
And that's what inspires us to make entrepreneurship aspirational and make sure that it reaches every nook and corner and people understand what it is to be an entrepreneur.
ರೈಟ್. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಥರ ಆಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್ ಹುಟ್ಟದಾಗಿಂದಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ.
ಇದೆ.
ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಜುಗಾಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ತಿರುವಾಗಲೇ ಮೂವಿ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ತಗೊಳಕಾದ್ರೂ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಂಡ್
ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಸಪ್ನಾ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ರೈಟ್. ನಮ್ಮನೇಲಿ ನಾನು 20 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ವರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಶಾಕ್ಡ್. even though my dad was an entrepreneur, he was very supportive. But 2 ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ they stopped going to social functions because ಏನಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ MBA ಮಾಡಿ ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂತಿಯಾನಂತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸೇರಿ US ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ರು, ಏನೇನು ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾನಂದ್ರೆ they didn't have an answer. I want every parent to proudly say ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಇಲ್ದಾರೆ entrepreneur and they are going to be job creators. We have to change that narrative.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think with this kind of goal that you have, game alli, I think that's going to be a reality soon anta.
No, I really wish, because I think that is the future that we must all work towards.
Absolutely. Great. Vivek, I was watching a show on TV. Adralli it was a doctor's show. They use the skin of a tilapia fish. ಅದು ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವರು ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿ ರೀಜೆನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಯು ವರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹೌ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ healing capabilities when there is a wound. Tell us a little more about this product itself.
Sure. So, wound is a big problem. Particularly, collagen has been used for quite longer time from bovine sources or animal sources. There is something called as PCN collagen, that is fish-based collagen, which is used in burn and other cases. How collagen works is it degrades itself.
Okay.
Like a suicidal tendency with whatever MMPs which are present there and prevents the new skin.
Oh.
That is what the role of a collagen. Now coming to fibroheal. Fibroheal has the silk fibroin. Silk fibroin has a specific amino acid sequence plus a specific pathway which starts working from the inflammation stage of the wound. And that's why the working, if you look at silk fibroin, it starts early in terms of when the products or the molecule starts working, and that's where it gives a much better results even compared to some of those products which are already there. I mean, this is a very good point what you highlighted, the fish skin. Similarly, silk, if it becomes mainstream, because of course there are a lot of challenges which are related to any new innovative concept. True. That in the field of medical sciences, and a startup trying to make a difference. So I'm happy to say that we have treated more than 20,000 patients. Our products are used across the country.
Right. How is the commercial viability of it?
Excellent. It has an economic multiplier potential because silk is grown by the farmers. If an alternate source of income is created, the farmers gets the benefit. India imports 85% of medical devices. It has a power to substitute the imports.
Right.
Also brings down the cost of treatment significantly because I am indigenous. Although I have IP protected technology, but we are able to offer it at a much competitive price.
Excellent.
And additionally, the time taken to heal the wound, where it takes about 2 to 2.5 weeks, we heal it between 7 to 9 days.
Wow.
So the time which is cut down, that is a big saving for the patients.
Excellent.
When you look at also in terms of the whole medical infrastructure, the load, it brings down the load significantly.
Right.
And I would like to highlight some of the numbers. Each year, 1 lakh amputations happens in India.
1 lakh.
More than 26 lakh people suffer from bed sores, pressure ulcers. And not to forget, more than 40 lakh C-sections happens every year in India. So those are some of the things, you know, which looks very nominal, but there is a phenomenal opportunity which can be done, and where silk is one such amazing molecule which can do wonders. And that's what is the mission what Fibroil is walking, and in the process to generate employment as well. Excellent. As the vision of our friend Mr. Madan through his game platform. Similar thing, a small contribution from our side we would like to try to.
Beautiful. There's so much of passion, Vivek, when you talk about this innovation, and I wish you the very best, and then hope it takes off in a very, very big way.
Thank you, Sapna.
Gokul, the need of the hour is sustainable energy, efficient energy, and renewable sources of energy. And for common people like us, namagenu solar, windmills, geothermal energy, ishte gottirodu, right? But nimma company AI, artificial intelligence, matte IoT based solutions kodutte. Yenu IoT based solutions, AI based solutions andre?
So, like I said, in order to save energy cost, the person should have each and every equipment level energy consumption data out there in the market. In order to get that equipment level data, either we need to install meters for each and every equipment or a sensor for every equipment. If you walk into any commercial or industrial building, there are hundreds of equipments are there. So hundreds of meters and sensors is going to be a high capital investment, and that's not going to stop there. All of these meters and sensors is going to generate some data, and that is going to sit in some analytics dashboard. So there is a operational cost. Again, it's not going to stop there. Whatever the analytics it's going to show, it will show the high level data on, off, and what is its consumption, but it will not pinpoint and tell whether your air conditioner has a compressor issue or your water motor requires a rewinding, all of that. So again, the person has to take that analytics and go and consult some energy auditor or manager. So he is going to charge some professional fee. And again, it's not going to stop there. So finally, the person has to come and do an implementation.
Okay.
So there are 4 types of cost in order to save 1% of energy savings. Since the cost is at higher side, even if the person makes a good savings, there is no return on investment. So that's where I saw the opportunity, and we came up with a solution where, if you believe it or not, if we have a kind of a device where we install it at the electricity panel at the place where if you switch off, the whole building or the whole facility goes off.
Right.
From that single point, it can able to tell you each and every equipment level data. You might have 100 equipments or 1,000 equipments inside the building without any meters or sensors. So that's where we reduce the hundreds of meters, the capital investment, to just one device. So that's the first value proposition we keep on the table. Further, the device have the AI to benchmark each and every equipment and see how it is in terms of health performing.
Right.
And it also gives the actionable insights. Your air conditioner is working in this way, and if it further goes in that way, then how much it can increase your cost in your electricity bill, and what you need to do about that, kind of a text message. And all you need to do is just perform that, and that converts into energy savings.
Excellent.
So we completely minimize all of that process and reduce the total investment just to 100:1, and we could offer the solution.
Excellent, excellent. It sounds like a diagnostic kit for your, managing your power and energy. Great. Madan, you have another vision. Iga Yuva anna project alli 300 million youth na change makers agi create ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. I just wanted to know, what is your definition of change makers? ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಈ 300 million?
So Yuva is a UNICEF initiative. I've been involved with Yuva since the last 3 years as a strategic advisor. What we want to do is to create 300 million Viveks and Gokuls. Look at the passion that they're speaking with, right? Both of them are change makers, right? He's so passionate about, reducing patient recovery times, and therefore saving them a lot and bringing a lot of economic benefits. Clean tech, our climate change is a huge issue. And you could see Gokul's energy when he's talking about energy management, right? What we wish to do at Yuva is, prati onda yuvakralu, they have some passion with them, right? It could be anything, right? And how do you leverage that passion to make the community around you better?
Beautiful.
That is a change maker, right? Somebody goes, I met a girl who says, I love being with old people. So, aura mane suttamuta, all she does is, there are many lonely people. She just goes to their house, sits with the older people and does her work, homework or
Just
But
like a companion.
the people in the house are so thrilled to have her.
Her presence,
Her
just her presence.
just that.
Beautiful.
Right? So she says, that's what I like doing and I'm helping people out.
Yeah.
Right? So what we want to do at Yuva is to instill that sense of change making. That how can you do good, feel good, and eventually can you create a work opportunity, right?
Yeah.
In both of their cases, they've figured a way to take their passion,
Correct.
a way to do good for the community around them,
Yeah.
and to make it profitable. It's not a charity business.
Excellent.
Right? That intersection, how do you help people find, is what we want to do with Yuva. And in that process, can we teach them 21st century skills? Can we ensure that a variety of partners are creating economic opportunities, and can we build businesses at scale, is what is driving Yuva.
Excellent.
us.
So, very basic principle of passion as your foundation, and how can you use that in ways that can also have ROI and impact the society?
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Thank you. Vivek, what has been the contribution of Karnataka government and KDM to your organization?
I think immense. That's the word I would like to use. Karnataka government has been of great support to us. They have impacted us. They have helped us right from the time we won Elevate 100, one of the flagship programs of Karnataka government for the most innovative startups. Apart from that, they have various incubation centers. They have it, put across to various people who matter, who supported us in different ways. And not to forget, very recently, as soon as September, the venture fund arm of Karnataka government, that is called Kitwen, became a shareholder in our company, and is helping us to build a state-of-art manufacturing plant in North Bangalore.
Excellent.
So the important thing is Karnataka government has been there all along, where we were, when we were winners of, also in 2020 we were winners of the
National Technology Award, isn't it?
National Technology Award, as well as Startup of the Year during Bengaluru Tech Summit.
Excellent.
And not only money, not only support, not only mentorship, but they also connect us at various levels across the country. And this has helped us significantly as we have moved along and we have commercialized. I'm happy to share that what was a concept, now we have a set of more than 10 products in the form of seeds, mess, foams, powder, and various adhesive dressings. So it would not have been possible without the help of Karnataka government, and of course not to forget the support of Department of Biotech, Government of India, and Department of Science and Technology. But Karnataka government, Department of IT, BT and ST, KTech, KITS and KDEM, all of them are very helpful and supportive, and I'm thankful to all of them.
Excellent. Any brilliant that has got the backing of the government and support from the local bodies, I think there's so much more ecosystem for it to grow and nourish and sustain for a long time.
Yes, the whole enabler, the enabler ecosystem of Karnataka government is just fabulous.
Excellent, excellent. Gokul, you were featured in Forbes magazine, 30 under 30 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು feature ಆಗಿದ್ರಿ, and that's a very, very proud moment for you. What is your vision? ನಿಮ್ಮ vision ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ Minion Labs ಗೆ?
I'm so actually humbled and also simultaneously proud to join the prestigious list of Forbes. There are a big unicorns and decacons as part of the list, and I'm just like kind of a fresher over there. Our vision is to make our energy management into kind of autonomous. So our Minion, the device, should know when to use the solar, and from the solar how to charge the EV chargers, and how to make it more sustainable, and also offset the carbon and make credits for our users. So overall, we are positioning or looking for a kind of a visionary to become an operating system for any commercial or industrial buildings.
Beautiful.
To make that as autonomous buildings.
Okay.
And in next 5 years, we look around 10,000 buildings turning into autonomous buildings. So that's what our vision is about.
Excellent, excellent. I wish you the best. What has been the contribution of Karnataka government and KDM to your organization?
With KDM, actually, Minion Labs has actually got a good resources of networking, and where one of their networking event, we actually met a lot of potential, Madan sir said, networking is the net worth. That's where I met my first investor, Indian Angel Network, and we raised investments. So that's a part. And also we met a lot of local channel partners. How do we able to get a product manufactured locally in Bangalore? and get it outside of the Bangalore, export it to other states, other countries. So that's one part. And thirdly, like a lot of other people who wanted to become entrepreneurs, so they also like had a learning opportunity, and kind of like I felt proud of like helping them out. So this is a kind of like immense networking event that we were part of the KEDM. And not just the networking part, there were like a lot of other resources that they have it. And anyone who wanted to become like a aspiring entrepreneur, they can like reach out to the KEDM's website and they can access the resources.
ಇದಾಗಿ ಮದನ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ನೀವು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಟೈ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಟೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನ್ಯೂ ಇನೋವೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಷನ್, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಟೈ?
Sapna, we recently did a big survey and in-depth study of various entrepreneurs. ಒಂದು 200 ಜನದ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಯುನೋ ಮೀಡಿಯಾಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಯು ಟೆನ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಬೇಕು, ದುಡ್ಡು ಒಂದು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. But you know, interestingly, that is not true. When we spoke to entrepreneurs like them and early stage entrepreneurs, ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಬೇಕು succeed ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, entrepreneurs told us 4 things. One, we need to network. We need to meet partners, customers, government, other entrepreneurs, right? The more I network, the more I will know whom to work with. Right? Not necessarily only investors. 77% of the entrepreneurs said they're networking as the first thing. Second was learning. 63% of them said world is changing so fast. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಹೊಸ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಹೊಸ ಇನೋವೇಷನ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್,
ಆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅಪ್
ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಬಿ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಟು ಸಂಬಡಿ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಡೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಡ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್? 56% of the entrepreneurs said I need good mentors. ನಾವು ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ದಿನ ಬೀಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇಜಾರಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಖುಷಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. I need somebody to share this and to figure out what to do. And only 40% of them said we need access to capital. So what we do at TIE is to make sure that the entrepreneurs get the first 3 and of course to meet investors.
Sure.
So we provide a fantastic space to network with the ecosystem. You talked about ecosystem actors, very important.
Great.
Right? We have 150 odd charter members as mentors. We have fantastic learning resources, right? And when an entrepreneur gets all that, raising capital is like this.
That's right.
Right? So I think that's what drives us to make sure that every entrepreneur succeeds.
Excellent.
And what do we do as an ecosystem to enable that success?
ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮದನ್, ವಿವೇಕ್, ಗೋಕುಲ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಬಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಮತ್ತು ನನಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನನೇ ಕಟ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ಸ್, ನವ ಭಾರತದ ಶಿಲ್ಪಿಗಳು. ಮುಂದಿನ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಪ್ರಾಯೋಜಕರು KEDM, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಮಿಷನ್.